Welcome to part one of our three-part series where my girlfriend and I cross the Bob Marshall Wilderness alone with our horses and dogs. On this trip, we encounter some amazing wildlife, see some incredible places, and fish some of the best fisheries that this country has to offer. One of us even sustains a not-so-insignificant injury over 30 miles away from the nearest road. Join us for this adventure as we take care of our horses and dogs and do some incredible campfire cooking. So we're in the Bob Marshall Wilderness area in northwest Montana, which is one of the most remote areas in the lower 48. I believe it's actually the largest roadless area in the lower 48. And it's about 2 million acres of pretty much untouched land. When I say untouched, I mean like it's no motorized vehicles are allowed in it, no motorized anything. You can't even fly a drone in here. There's no landing strips in here. It's only accessible by foot or horseback. So we're in here for the next 10 days, just my girlfriend and I, and we'll be in here. We'll be doing some fly fishing, seeing some different parts of the wilderness area, doing some campfire cooking, and just enjoying the time with our horses and our dogs. Well, we're at the first camp of the trip. It's the last night we have with our friends. There's been 12 of us in this camp. And then tomorrow, Josie and I are leaving. And, gonna try to make it to the Chinese Wall. Just sitting here feeding horses now. Not a bad view for feeding horses. Well, there goes the last of the group, Josie. It's just me and you and the dogs now, and the ponies. We've got a 10-mile ride today. We're gonna try to make it to, I don't even know exactly where we're making it. We're going 10 miles upriver and start working our way to the China Wall. So this kind of marks the beginning of Josie and I's solo trip. The past 2.5 days, there's been about 12 of us here in camp, and we're only about 9 miles from the trailhead right now. So some of us rode in, some of us hiked in, and it was fun. A friend of mine, we helped him get his sister and her friends in and did some fishing and just, got some people. They're actually from like New Jersey and New York, so it was a pretty big deal for them to get to come into the wilderness and come out here. They had a great time, but they all left today, and Josie and I are going to continue on, and we're going to go up to Haystack Mountain and see the Chinese Wall. That's a natural rock formation here in the Bob Marshall Wilderness in northwest Montana that resembles the Great Wall of China. So it'll end up being between 70 and 80 mile trip for Josie and I total. And yeah, today we're only going to go about 10 miles. We're heading north, following the South Fork of the Flathead River. We're going to go about 10 miles, find a camp there, and try to catch some fish, let the horses graze, let the dogs relax. And I'm going to try to scout a lake that's back here. I don't want to be too specific. You're going to come in here and hunt it. But I'm going to try to scout a lake that's back here for ducks. And I want to come in here and kill some backcountry ducks. I don't actually know anybody that's done a backcountry duck hunt before. So, yeah, it's a big goal of mine. So we're going to go see if it looks like some good waterfowl habitat. Maybe even there's some ducks nesting in it. Who knows? But, yeah, we'll see what we run into today. In this clip, you see Josie and I getting our pack mule, Rosie, who is a seasoned vet in the mountains, loaded and packed with panniers on each side with our bedroll as a top pack. The panniers are loaded with our food, medical supplies, and other important items because we can trust Rosie not to break them. Rosie's panniers weigh about 40 pounds each, and the bedroll comes in at about 20 pounds, giving her a 100-pound load in total. This load will get increasingly lighter as we eat our meals every day. By the time we leave, her load will be as light as 75 pounds. After Rosie, we get our not-so-experienced pack horse, Ginger, loaded with a set of panniers. She's a 3-year-old filly, loaded very light. Her panniers are also about 40 pounds each, giving her an 80-pound load. She's carrying dog food, sleeping bags, and other items that are less breakable. Although she is a fantastic young horse, for her safety and ours, it's best to keep items on her that wouldn't get her hurt in the event of a horse wreck. Well, we're officially on the trail. It's a little past noon right now. Got everything packed up. Josie's on Tonto. She did a great job helping me pack these young animals. Now we just got 10 miles to go. Ain't that right, dogs? One really crazy fact about these wilderness areas, there's no motorized equipment allowed. So that means all of these trails, these thousands of miles of trails through this wilderness area, all have to be cleared by hand, no chainsaws. So it's old school double-ended saws, axes, and the Forest Service maintains all this. Get away, Blitz. And they maintain all these trails and keep them accessible. It's pretty incredible, especially when you start going by some of those bigger trees like that and start seeing all the work these people have to put in to keep this going. Look at that view right there. There's also just something so rewarding about being in here with a bunch of horses that you broke. So like I started this horse I'm on, pretty sure I started him a few years ago as a 3-year-old, and he's just become a phenomenal ranch horse. He's not as much of a mountain horse, but he can do it. Then I started this little 3-year-old right here this summer. That mule, someone loaned me the mule. She's phenomenal. And then you can't see him back there right now, but Tonto. Tonto is a Bureau of Land Management Mustang that I got 5 years ago. And I really did, I grew up riding, but I didn't know much about horses, didn't grow up doing this stuff, and really had no business going to get a Mustang. And to see him now carrying my girlfriend through the wilderness and just taking good care of her, there's really nothing more rewarding than that. Talking about the Forest Service clearing these trails by hand. You don't think there's some worn out people coming through here, huh? Oh, there's even a bunch more of them up here. Western Montana had a series of these like microburst windstorms where I don't know what it got up to here. I'd love to talk to someone that does, but where we live, not too far from here, it got up to like 70 miles an hour. So, it was pretty rough. Well, we finally made it to camp. That was a long day. It took us like 5 hours to go 10 miles, but we found a beautiful meadow to stay in tonight. River's just right down there. We got Josie working on our dinner here. It's the end of a long day. This is our first day by ourselves, and today was a lot. I probably look absolutely crazy right now. But anyway, my horse tried to buck me off. No fault of his own. He got wrapped up by the string of horses I was leading, or not really a string, just the two that I have in a string. And the only reason we had stopped, one of the dogs kind of worn out, Blitz here. He's a puppy, yep. He's only 8 months. And he's kind of worn out. I was going to try to let him ride with me. And the string kind of wrapped me up. And pretty sure tried to buck me off, but didn't, thank God. Then Josie lost her water bottle today, which...
And my sports bra.
And her sports bra. She wasn't wearing her sports bra when she lost it, in case you're wondering, because that'd be crazy. But no, we made it. We went about 10 miles today. We're at a beautiful prairie right here that it's great for feeding the horses. There's actually an outfitter. He's got his horses loose out there in the field right now. Hopefully they don't come cause a problem for ours. That we've got in the string.
Bell, but I can't see.
Hey, I see him coming. Grab Blitz, please.
Oh, the bell is. Oh,
Oh, shit.
Rip, come here. Don't stay.
Dove, go down.
Go down. Hey.
What are you doing, you big dun horse? Oh. Oh, get out of here. Dove, get away. Fucking right up to the Highline. This might be a disaster. It's not at all what we want to be happening right now. In my flip-flops. Hey, psh, psh, get out of here. Dove, stay. Hold on to Blitz. Shh. Dove, go down. Shh. Hey, get out of here. Dove, get away. Say, Dove. Dove, go down.
Golly, you came in hot.
She really did. She came in pissed. Dove, stay. That is her wilderness as far as she's concerned.
That was it's an outfitter.
Yeah. So what's going on there? These outfitters, that's called a bell mare. So obviously you heard the jingling around. There's an outfitter camp near here. And what an outfitter does, these outfitters take people into the wilderness for, I talked to one of their employees today, and he told me it's $3,000 a person for a 7-day trip. And it's pretty cool. They take you all through the wilderness and they feed you and fly fish and see some really cool stuff, and they take good care of you. But they turn their horses loose for the night. And then they'll listen to that bell, and the next day they'll listen to the bells so that way they can go catch their horses up in the morning, which, you know, it's really convenient for them, but that could have been a nightmare if we didn't have good stock like we do. We'll see though. Hopefully I don't get trampled in our little bed we got set up in the middle of the night. I'm glad we're kind of in those trees, but we'll see what happens there. And we ran into a biologist today on the trail he was actually talking about how where we wanted to go up to Haystack Mountain is it's not been cleared. Yeah, I talked a little bit about some of those windstorms that have come through Montana this past winter and really blown a lot of stuff over. So we're trying to figure out what exactly we should do, what route we should take. I mean, one, we got to keep the horses in good shape, but you can tell this young 3-year-old here, she's she's lost a little bit of weight, but she's doing okay. She's going to eat a lot tomorrow. We're going to take some tomorrow off, let her eat. Oh, Pretty Sure here, that's this horse's name. Pretty Sure has lost some weight, but he's making it. Rosie doesn't care. Rosie knows how to handle the mountains. Same with Tonto. They don't lose any weight. They just hold their weight really well. It's really nice. Tonto's a Mustang that I don't know, they're just tough, man. They got tough feet. Like, I don't have hind shoes on them because you don't need them. I put fronts on them, but probably would have got away without it. Here's this Freeze brand. Some people call it a tattoo. Hey, Tanta, say hello. This is this Freeze brand from the Bureau of Land Management. And it's pretty cool. There's a key to reading this. And all these little symbols mean something. And you can tell when this horse was born, where he was caught, and then it's like a serial number that's specific to him. It's pretty neat. Even the Border Collie's worn out. You know you've done a lot when the Border Collie's tired. Dove, say hello. We love you. Yeah. But, yeah, we're going to cook and eat our dinner. The dogs already had their dinner. Then we got to go hang all this food up, hang the dog food up, so grizzly bears don't come into camp, and come up with a plan. We got to break the paper map out. We brought this solar charger right here that isn't charging my phone, so I can't use OnX. So it's okay. We know how to read a paper map. We'll make it. Josie's got a fantastic fire pit built. Cooking our dinner. What are we having tonight, Josie?
We're having cheesy Italian shells with the chicken that we canned.
Yep.
And I was just thinking, I still have those wild onions that I picked in my bag. I might put
From the last campsite.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Josie picked a bunch of wild onions and wild mint. She was making us mint juleps. Yeah, making us mint juleps at the last campsite.
wish there was mint here.
And yeah, we're having a great time though. We're just gonna adapt and stay out here. We don't get to see the Great Wall of China. It'll be okay. Oh, Josie got stepped on today.
While you were almost getting bucked.
While I was trying not to get bucked off, Josie got stepped on. But I don't know. We're gonna make it. We're overcoming a lot of injuries. That's the end of part 1 of this series. Join us next week for part 2, where we experience some world-class fly fishing, see some cool wildlife, and one of us even gets injured. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. If you have any advice for how we can do better, please let us know in the comments. And if there's something you'd like to see us do, please let us know as well. Thank you so much for watching.